Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 3 Week 10 Day 4. So we got a couple things going on today. The main one being, well of course we got the class event for the Stormcaller. As far as like standard events, that's kind of the main thing going on. However, if you've been doing the pass normally, and you ended up buying the basic pass, today is the day. We can go and finish out the rest of our tasks in order to go get the Mythic. That came out on, gosh, there's like 3 different release dates at this point. It came out technically last week's Monday. It also technically came out this Monday. However, if you didn't want to waste 200 gems on top of the $10 for it, today would have been the earliest you can get it. So, yeah, today it came out, technically. There's been like 3 release dates already, theoretically. But, yeah, we'll complete out those tasks and we'll be good to go. One of them was to do Arena 2, and we, of course, did that preemptively. We'll just have to do 1 battle and pretty much be good to go. I imagine I'll start with that since it's dailies anyways. So we'll complete out our dungeons. Oh, also, Adventure Board, really good today. We got an Imperial, as well as some Red Deeds, but obviously the Imperial being the bigger loot. However, let's start over with the, well, let's go to Magic. Let's start over with the dungeons, so we can go and complete out all of our tasks. And then we can go and get the last little few, and then get our useless Vault Key at the end. Still can't believe it's only a Vault Key for the end of the extended pass. At least it's not something unique, if nothing else. Because that'd be really annoying if they paid walled something like that. But anyways, hello William! Yeah, hello William, hello Bill, hello Calvera, hello English! Let's see, what's the troop restricted for raid boss tomorrow? I believe it's Zol Carry, based on the weapon. It should be Zol Carry restriction. Because we're getting a Zol Carry weapon. So to get a Zol Carry weapon, to not get a Zol Carry restriction would be very weird. So, yeah, Zol Carry should be the restriction. Hello Brimming, hello Draco, hello HD Addict, hello Isabel, hello Rogue Stew, hello Cookie, hello Tyrion, hello everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope all of you have been having a wonderful week. Also, Pokemon, you announced a, one of their presentation things for tomorrow. I thought they were going to do it on Saturday, but no, they're actually going to be doing it tomorrow as far as the main presentation. And we're probably going to have to do our morning stream around noon tomorrow, because the normal time at 10 a.m. is exactly when they're starting it. So it probably goes for like an hour. I have no clue how long it goes for, but I did want to catch it. So we are going to be streaming at noon tomorrow instead, because they might drop Pokemon Unite news. That's the main thing I'm hoping for. Let's see. Win 6 battles in Arena. So one weird thing about the Arena thing is you can preemptively do these battles. This is why we kept our Arena like this and generally keep our Arena like this. Is us simply doing 1 battle right now will count as all the battles we need for completing this place out. So pretty straightforward. All you got to go do is just win, and we got all 6. Man, that's as easy as that. It is as straightforward as that. Oh, are we going to get a big peasant play? Yes, we are. Look at that. Look at that juicy move you wouldn't be able to do unless you had peasant on your team. Most overpowered troop in the game. Let's see. We'll take that over. Could probably went for split damage there instead, but we'll go for that. Take this over here. Do a nice column over here. What else do we need? Can peasant get any godlike moves? Ooh, not today. Oh, no. Yes, he can. He can actually turn that green. Look at that. This is something nothing in the entire game could do. Like, you can't even drop it with a 3, but guess what? Peasant can go do that. Boom. He gets the blue. He gets the green. He gets everything. The power of peasants. Yeah, peasant is so broken in this game. If he had an actual good follow-up on his ability instead of nothing, he would actually be, like, mythic. Like, they need to make a mythic peasant. Would be the funniest troop in the entire game. Keep this exact ability, but with follow-up and decent traits. Though Jinx isn't bad, but everything else is bad. And he would actually be amazing. What is this condition by? If their enemy is damage, enrage myself and deal 10 more. So that should kill you then. Okay, unfortunately, Peasant has ran out of godlike moves to do, which is sad. But we'll go for this. Get an Entangle. Let's see, how about now? He can hit a Doomskull for 5 damage. Not really worth it, though. Still going for it. Because we can. Mostly because we have the split damage here, so I figured why not. And he's dead. Because we landed extra turn off the thing. And there we go. As you can see, even though we only did 1 battle, it counted as 6. Because that's how math works. 1 equals 6. And there we go, we're done. Easy as that. Obviously, that wasn't going to take too long. We had most of it preemptively done. And we got our 5 gem keys, 10 glory keys, and 1 vault key. Nothing too great for extended rewards, but it's better than nothing. There we go. Of course, the main thing was being able to have the Mythic a week earlier, among a few other things, as well as all those stats and everything. And not needing to worry about like that whole 200 gem delay that delayed the Mythic all the way till today if you didn't want to spend it. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. But anyways, with that out of the way, how's the Warlord event doing? Did our guild get it done? It did not. So let's go do a Warlord event battles. Might as well. So we'll have the reward for it tomorrow night. And nothing else. This will be us using the Mythic. Yeah, we'll just roll with this. But yeah, this Mythic's okay. Not the greatest thing in the game. A lot of fun to use. I don't really feel like it's going to be used for much going forward, though. Beyond this week, I don't feel like I'm really going to be using it again. Unless it just really gets some kind of niche team that it ends up getting used for. But in the current state of the game, it seems just a little above average as far as Mythics are concerned. It has a potential infinite loop, but there's better infinite loops out there. If nothing else, at least a yellow version of it. We don't really have much for yellow infinite loops other than Divinish Ball Quillen. So I guess we kind of have another angle for that. Because most loops in the game currently are really heavy on green and brown. Most of the best loops in the game are centered around green and brown, mostly because Truffle and Beatrix exist. So hello, Defiant. Welcome. And hello, Imperial. Welcome, welcome. If anyone has any questions or anything you want me to go over, do let me know. Make sure to do so. Also, we're going to be gaining a level today, it looks like. Definitely going to. We're like pretty much right on top of it. Go for Explosion. Get our other Explosion. Probably get rid of brown here. And we're gonna get a billion Harpy Mages. 35% chance per extra turn on what's her name? That we end up getting a Harpy Mage resummon. On Queen Zachi. 35% chance every extra turn we get Harpy Mage. Which is actually really good. It's situational when you bring it out. But it's one of the better summons in the entire game. It's about as good as, though in a different way. But it's about as good as Arachnine Weaver. Arachnine Weaver summon. They're both pretty decent. Because Zachi gets to summon one of the best mana generators in the game. Or at least a pretty decent one. Maybe not absolute best because it doesn't come in with the 75% mana, unfortunately. But it's a pretty decent one nonetheless. And of course why can I not remember its name? Arachnine Weaver ends up getting Web Spinner. Which obviously is absolutely devastating. And is definitely the absolute best one. For sure. Xbox is having issues and you're unable to play the game. Oh no. Oh, didn't PlayStation have some kind of presentation today? I completely did not watch that. Almost forgot. Did they announce anything interesting? Let's see. Take that over. Should probably deny brown there, but we kind of already won, so I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, that was so few gems. Okay, we did land extra turn there. And then we sit down green, even though it's one of the colors we kind of need, but it's worth denying. We still gotta go for the deny. Next we can do red. Gosh, this is gonna keep going. We'll do blue. It looks like it's gonna end here though. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it's definitely not infinite. I think it's pretty good value. Oh, and we're out of sigils. And then guild will get us the rest of the way. And we'll be good to go. Oh no, Isabel, you fell down. I guess you gave up on trying to make first. It looks like a pretty, like everyone's almost around like mid 7,000s. Pretty close. That's probably because it's the same pack number. Not sure how many packs that is. Though based on what you said earlier, I assume 4 tier 4s? I mean, 4 tier 7s, I mean. Which was 3,320. I mean, 3,350. Anyways, we did that, we did that. Let's go clear out our amazing adventure board today. And actually, I might as well use this theme. And then we'll probably go grinding a bit. We'll hand out a code after we go clear this out. Oh, you haven't done your battles today yet? Oh, nice. That'll definitely bring it up then. I should bring it to top 6 then. What's my favorite chip? That's hard. There's a lot of flavors out there. If you mean just like basic flavors, probably just either standard or barbecue. I haven't had Doritos in ages. Actually, as long as I haven't had fast food is about how long I haven't had Doritos. Because I think one of the last Dorito-related things I had before I stopped eating fast food was one of those Doritos Locos Tacos from Taco Bell. And I'm pretty sure that was the last time I had Doritos. And it wasn't even Doritos, technically. You know, it's Doritos as a shell. It's not Doritos as Doritos. I'm pretty sure that's the last time I had Doritos. It was like a year and a couple months ago from Taco Bell. Yeah, I don't eat chips too often. If I do, it's normally just some kind of plain chip with cheese dip. Hello, DS. Welcome. You like Doritos, but not the Taco Bell one? Don't they taste pretty much the same thing? Way? Like the Taco Bell one, I guess, are a little bit less on the seasoning of it, or you know, of the cheddar that's on top of the thingy, because they don't want to get it too messy. It's still messy, but you know, it definitely feels less messy than like a normal Dorito, which might make it seem like it has less flavor. Now to get that luscious Imperial. Gosh, I wish we could just get like 1,000 Imperials. Would make things so much easier. They better not have an exceedingly annoying resource system in Puzzle Quest 3. Having 2 games with an exceedingly long resource system will be very annoying. How many Imperials do we have right now? It's not all converted to Imperials, but we can easily do the math because every 1,000 writs is Imperial. So we have... excuse me. But we have 5.5 Imperials plus 1. Really? I only have 6 Imperials. Well, technically 6.5. But we only have 6 Imperials. That's enough to upgrade 2 kingdoms. I think the main reason we're so short is because we upgraded every single kingdom that's about to be getting a faction. And now every single one of those is level 15. However, we still have like a dozen left to go get to 15. I'm not sure what next 2 I want to do. I might save them for new kingdoms. Because they mentioned they're going to be adding more kingdoms to the game. Eventually. Oh, you know what's kind of interesting about us getting new kingdoms? War bonds. When we get new kingdoms, those kingdoms are going to be bringing in 25 war bonds each. I didn't think about that. We need a new kingdom. I'm 25 war bands short. I'm literally 25 short. And each kingdom completed, I believe, gives 25. Exactly. I didn't think about that. When's that new kingdom coming? We'll probably know soonish. We should be getting an update in a couple weeks, too, for Gems of War. Eventually. We haven't gotten one all this year yet. This might be the latest into the year they've ever done a patch for Gems of War. But then again, they wouldn't technically get a mini patch earlier. It was such a small patch that it seemed non-existent. But yeah, we actually did get a mini patch, I believe, in January, didn't we? But it was so small that it was like, yeah, that didn't even happen. It was one of those kind of patches. Anyways, let's go clear out the class events. Oh yeah, we'll use the same team I mentioned for Monday, which I'm pretty sure was Black Mana going to Triple Harpy, or Dawnbringer to Triple Harpy, depending on what you want to use. Where is... There it is. Let's roll with this. Obviously, just go down this route. Let's go claim our 25 gems. And should be good to go. Yes, 5.4 soon, TM. We'll get it once they're done with Puzzle Quest 3. No more Gems of War updates until we launch Puzzle Quest 3. Supposedly they have separated teams kind of working on both, but there's definitely overlap in the two dev teams. As far as who's working on Gems of War and who's also working on Puzzle Quest. There is 100% some amount of overlap. They do supposedly have some amount of people only working on Puzzle Quest 3. And not on Gems of War at all. Okay, first 5 down. 15 to go. Too bad they all just don't get one-shotted. That'd make this a lot easier. Eventually we'll have enough stats that might be the case. Oh, also with the Mythic technically coming in today, of course, we're going to have the final max boost for a lot shorter. Anyone who just got it done today. Because that means you only had today, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. Whereas normally we have it for like an entire week. The extra stats from, you know, having the full campaign completed. I think it was only 3 extra attacks, so it wasn't that important. Luckily. Also, enchant would be super ridiculously strong with this team. But it's not worth wasting 30 gems on just to get 25 gems. Let's go use 30 gems to get 25 gems. That makes perfect sense. Let's do it. If you had to pick one thing to change about Gems of War, what would it be? One thing is too hard. There's so many one things I want to go change. One is very difficult. Honestly, if it was literally only one thing, even though that one thing would still kind of be multiple things, but I would like to see every resource actually have a purpose going all the way into, like, even super endgame. Because right now, there are a lot of dead currencies in this game that do literally nothing. Trade Stone's obviously one of the more obvious ones. However, ingots, diamonds, chaos shards for the most part, and several others still essentially have the same uselessness as Trade Stones do once you reach a certain point in the game. It just feels weird to constantly be getting resources that literally have no purpose whatsoever. That aren't exchangeable for anything else in any way, shape, or form. The only one we know is Groshnok. I don't think we know any further than that. We know what ones are coming, but we don't know the order beyond Groshnok being next. But here's the full list. I'll bring it up if it'll let me highlight. If I could type correctly. We'll eventually get to this website. If I could type correct. Hello. Let me type this nice and slow. There's no ways that's wrong. There we go. Okay, where was I? I was looking for kingdoms. But yeah, next one's Groshnok. The one after that has a confirmed date is Magrim Woods. So Groshnok is next, then Magrim Woods. As far as beyond that, the rest of these are coming. However, their order is still undetermined. So we know that Groshnok is on the 19th. And that Magrim Woods is on the April 30th. However, the rest of these don't have an official date, so their order could be something different than the order I'm about to say. But it's the rest of them are Pridelands, Golvania, Dragon's Claw, Blackhawk, and Broken Spire. And then at that point, every single kingdom will have a faction, at least as far as existing ones. Until they add more, which they confirmed they're doing eventually. Soon, TM. But yeah, the only ones we know for sure is Groshnok next, and then Magrim Woods after that. And then those other 5s are coming, but we don't know the order or the exact date. Hello, DS. Welcome. So hello, Mr. Quality. Or Quali. Wait, how do you say that? Have I always said that as quality? It's actually Quali? Quali? Oh, hello, baby got back. Welcome. And Sushi. Do you recall the upcoming faction kingdoms? Oh, yeah, I just went over that. The lack of balancing things over time. Yeah, they kind of gave up on balancing the game after, like, the second or third year. The second year of the game, they were kind of still trying. In the third year, they were ever so barely trying. But by the fourth year and beyond in the game, I think they just completely gave up on balancing. And just like, oh, we'll just power creep over time and just let it sort it out itself. But, yeah, for the last 3 years at least, I'm pretty sure they just kind of gave up on balancing. Even though we did get a balance patch for around Christmas time. But it did very little. The only really substantial thing it did for balance was nerf Life and Death. And Skeleton Key, unfortunately. But mostly Life and Death. Oh, it's Quail. Oh, okay. Do I think they'll ever reduce some mythics? I wish they would. Like, more than half the mythics need to be revamped completely into something that isn't what they currently are. Or at least a third of them. Obviously, some of them need to be worse than others, but there's some that are just horrifically bad. And even after balance patches, some are still horrifically bad. Like, all the Apocalypse troops they were doing touch-ups on, almost all of them are still useless, except for Famine, which got untouched, which has always been decent. Even after they nerfed him like 4 times, he's still somewhat viable. Though not as viable as he used to be because he got nerfed a billion times. But no, he actually has been nerfed 4 times. 3 times directly, the other nerf was immune to mana drain coming into the game. It's technically 5 times because you could also count Bless coming into the game as another nerf to him. Because Bless also has immune to mana drain. So yeah, he was nerfed 5 times. 3 directly, 2 indirectly. What's kind of funny is he was actually buffed once and then nerfed 5 times. They buffed him so hard that they basically had to nerf him until he was useless. And he's currently nerfed even further than his original state before they buffed him. Which is kind of funny to think about. That they ended up buffing something. And then they nerfed it to be weaker. than how it originally was before they buffed it. Let's see. Take that. If you need help trying to find an active guild, Global Chat 1 for the next week should be pretty good on any platform, because Guild Wars is the week after next week. So a lot of people are going to be recruiting to make sure they have a good guild for Guild Wars. Aside from that, Gems of War Forum is a pretty good location. Check that and you can find it broken down based on what platform you're on. And there's always people recruiting there at any time of the week. Let's see. I'll take that over. And that should be dead. And I believe that is our gems now. Then we'll hand out our code. There we go. Yeah, let's go do a redeem code. Okay, let me go drag it out. I preemptively opened it. Oh yeah, I need to go ask Kafka for codes before she forgets. Because I only have enough to last till literally March 1st. The second March hits, we will be out of codes. Alright, here you guys go. There's the redeem code. Use on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Whatever game says right over here is what you put down for your invite code. Redeem code is right over there in chat. Just copy paste the random numbers in there, starting with T2C2. And it gives same reward as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. Only usable on PC mobile version. And yeah, there you guys go. Enjoy. Definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. It's helping it a lot. Also, a reminder. We won't be streaming tomorrow until noon for our morning stream. Just because the Pokemon presentation thingy will be at our normal streaming time. So we'll be starting around noon tomorrow. Or should be pretty much exactly at noon. I might even do it at 11, but we'll probably just do it at noon at that point. Anyways, aside from that, yeah, let's keep farming. Let's go do a little farming. I'll switch over to this. And as much as I kind of want to go back to doing a little bit of Dust Devil grinding, we've been doing so little token grinding. I think we're going to go do tokens, at least until we gain a level. Probably a little further than that as well. Where's my team? There it is. Has she ever gave you a code with more things? We've occasionally got special codes, but they generally don't. They just give me normal codes normally. Like the one that we got today is generally the only codes we tend to get. We can hand out 2 of them sometimes during, you know, something special to kind of make it like a bigger code. Just as 2 individual codes. But no, we haven't gotten bigger codes for like over a year now. I think it's been like a year and a half since I've gotten bigger codes of any amount. It's something the devs of the game generally hand out themselves. And they're normally not too much bigger anyways. But they sometimes have resources that my codes would never have, like diamonds and such. So it's normally like such a small amount that doesn't matter, like 5 diamonds or something. Which is more than 0, but also basically 0. Can I DM you the Pokemon stream link? Sure. Yeah, I'll give you the link. It starts at 10 a.m. tomorrow. I have no clue how long it goes for, but I assume slightly less than an hour. So it could be longer, who knows. A lot of presentations this month as well. Nintendo did their presentation. Pokemon's doing their presentation, since they're technically separate from Nintendo, but still launches most of their stuff on Nintendo. PlayStation did their presentation today. Blizzard just did their presentation a couple days ago. And they announced the Diablo 2 remake that hopefully won't be as bad as the Warcraft 3 remake. I'm not sure if I'll play the Diablo 2 remake. The first time I played it, I was like 6 years old. I was like 5 or 6 years old when it first came out. So even though I played it, I didn't technically play it. Because I was still relatively young to really understand it. Though its loot system seems fun. I liked it as a kid. Also, I was, even back then, I was still a hoarder in games. every single drop that anything dropped, I had to go pick up. So, in Diablo 2, I'm not sure if you got like a better storage system later in the game, but basically what I did as a kid, if I would kill out an entire area, every single drop they had, I would have to bring back to town, but you had a really limited storage for your inventory that you had to manage. But I would always want to bring every single drop and go bring it back to town to go sell it. So I would go and kill a bunch of things, then pick up literally every single drop, and then go back to town every single time, manually walking back and forth. Every single time I got a full inventory of loot. I started very young. With hoarding too many resources in every possible game. I'm pretty sure there was a more efficient way of doing it, but I was too young to understand. Let's see, I'll take that. Is PC Gems of War pretty slow right now? It seems pretty normal to me. I haven't seen any difference today or recently. Seems about the same. How do you obtain more souls at level 121? At that level range, your best way of getting souls is pretty much to do arena. Arena's probably going to be your best bet. You're wondering if you could explain how to link your Gems of War to your mobile game so you can play on your phone, but on Xbox? Sure. So you go underneath your settings, you go over to account, you then go to click register accounts, and then you'll get a bunch of info. And then you put that info in on your mobile device. And if you forget what it is, click show password, which obviously I will not click. But you just click register your account there, go through all the process, remember what the thingy is, or write it down. And if you ever forget, you just click show password thing. Oh, you play on Xbox? Oh, it's not possible. Only PC and mobile are cross-platform. Consoles are not, consoles are all their individual thing. So you won't be able to do that for Xbox. Or any console version. Yeah, I didn't read the rest of the comment. But yeah, it's not possible to link Xbox to phone or PC. Only PC mobile are cross-platform with each other. Yeah, actually, it might have started with Diablo 2, actually, DS. I'm trying to think of a game prior that I might have played where I used, like, a hoarding mechanic. Where I had to get, like, every single drop and always accumulate it. Because I didn't start playing RuneScape and doing the same thing with RuneScape until 2003 or 2004, I think? Or 2002? I'm not sure exactly when I started RuneScape. But it was definitely later than Diablo 2. Because Diablo 2, I'm pretty sure, came out in 2000. And I was definitely playing it as soon as it launched. I didn't own it, but I played at my cousin's house. But yeah, my hoarding in Animal Crossing is going to start getting worse because they are finally adding their first money content that just got added today. Or not added today, but announced today. Because they're doing the Hello Kitty crossover thingy. So now all those amiibo things are going to create a bunch of items that can only ever be obtained through either money or people that paid money. So now you can basically just order infinite of those items and then sell it to people, you know, for in-game currency. They're probably going to go for a lot since they're all money-locked cosmetics within the game. Let's see. I'll take that over. I'll throw that down. You finally leveled up all your kingdoms to 10? Nice. On your alt account? Very nice. That's a great milestone for it, for sure. I never even did that on my Switch account when we made our alt account. I think the furthest we went was 5-star all. I think I got a couple 10s, but I'm pretty sure 5-star all was all we got to. Actually, there might even still been some 5-star I didn't get. I can't remember. We're either just about to finish 5 stars, or we did finish 5 stars, and we're slowly working on a couple 10 stars. I actually cannot remember. Though we only played it for like 2 months. It was really fun, though. It's always fun starting on a brand new account. The first couple dozen hours are like the most fun, because you have to really adapt to what you have and build teams around it, and just like the whole progression system. I hope that's one thing that they do with Puzzle Quest 3. I hope it has like a continuous like early game progression system for like every new weapon or something similar. Because Gems of War systems for that's pretty fun, but you stop worrying about it like 50 hours into the game. Like, not completely not worrying about it, but you know, like a good bulk of it, you stop doing after your like first 50 to 100 hours of playing the game. Whereas with something with Puzzle Quest 3, they could potentially, if you have to do it like per weapon, they could have that system set up so that you always have to do it every single time a new weapon gets released. Or a new character, however they're planning on structuring the game. Because there's a potential they paywall classes, and that's how they monetize the game. There's a lot of different angles they could do it for, and we don't currently know. But Puzzle Quest 2 only had 4 classes, but Puzzle Quest 1's HD remake had like 15. And obviously Gems of War has 34. I feel like they would go a small amount of classes, though. I feel like they would kind of do a little bit more like the Puzzle Quest 2 model, where they'll have like 8 classes or less or something. Oh, you just got the 44,000 faction points for the +1 magic. Nice. I believe there's also an achievement for 40,000 points, isn't there? Yeah, I really hope it's Puzzle Quest 3's leveling system is like Puzzle Quest 1. Puzzle Quest 1 did it really nicely. Obviously revamped a bit, but overall the system was pretty good for it. Puzzle Quest 2's was a little bit worse, just because it gave you a lot less choice in Puzzle Quest 2. Like, it felt like you had to go a certain build in Puzzle Quest 2, whereas in Puzzle Quest 1, it kind of gave you a little bit more leeway to how you can build each class. Also, hopefully in Puzzle Quest 3, all your progress on all your classes stay on one account. Because I know for Puzzle Quest 1 and 2, you had to do separate save files for every single different class and no progress from one going over to the other. And they're probably completely ditching that system for their next game. Because that was one of the big annoying things about Puzzle Quest 1 and 2. Is every single time you wanted to use a different class, you would have to start all the way from the beginning of the storyline. Every single time. Whereas that likely won't be the case with Puzzle Quest 3. You'll probably be able to switch classes a lot more, kind of like how you do in Gems of War almost. Like nothing. Let's see, I'll take that down. I was like, good evening, Preserved Music, welcome. And hello, Misplaced. Hello, Kavera. I feel like Puzzle Quest 3 would do pets to some capacity. Which ones they bring back and what they'll do, who knows. But like many things, they'll probably be monetized. Oh no, they just need to give us more info so we can stop speculating. Otherwise, I will speculate everything. Oh, what do I even need here? Take the blue. He'll poke us. He'll poke us again. Oh no, that wasn't full mana. Yeah, hopefully we don't miss here. Otherwise hero dies. Good. That should be match. If anyone says any other questions or anything you want me to go over, do let me know. Make sure to do so. Will I play Diablo 2 Resurrected? We might be, yes. Have they given an official date to when it's coming out yet? I watched a trailer, but I wasn't paying attention to official date. I don't think it had one. But, as long as it doesn't look like they're going to botch it as much as they did with Warcraft 3, which I think is by different developers, so, it should be fine. But, you know, it's still a Blizzard game, but, you know, it's a different company working on it this time. As far as, like, the actual dev team working on the remake. But yeah, we might do Diablo 2. I don't want to say yes, but we probably will. Can I post this code for the Zugov team? Sure. Let me go open up the YouTubes. Oops, I just made the thing the wrong size. Let me go fix that and then go open up the YouTubes. 720. Okay, where's YouTube? Chrome. My own channel. Oh no. We got disliked. Dun dun dun. Well, here you guys go. Zugov Explore 12. There you go. I think I spelled that right. It's close enough. You know what it is. You know what it is. Ah, there you go. I hear a gnome. A mechanome. Like a metronome, but a mechanome. I'll take that out. Is Rowain the fastest level 12 team without Zugov? There's a couple other teams, though it's the cheapest level 12 team. I wouldn't say it's the fastest level 12 team without Zugov. I'm actually not sure what the absolute quickest is without Zugov. I just know that Zugov is the quickest. All the other ones are similarly quick to a point where I'm not sure it makes too big of a difference. Which is why most people gold farm Explore 12 if they don't have Zugov. Which is a bit slower than running Rowain and a few other things. However, you get so much gold while doing so that it's kind of makes up for it. But yeah, the main reason I normally mention the Rowan one is it uses no mythics. The only legend it uses is a faction legend, so it's a lot easier to obtain than a normal legend. And every single thing about it can be obtained at 100%. Like the weapon can be obtained at 100%. What's the other aspect? There's one other component. The Rowan you can get for free from Forest of Thorns. And then the only other thing you need to do is get Leprechaun off of RNG, but it's such a low rarity that most people have it laying around. And then, of course, Mirage Queen. And even though it's a legend, it's a faction legend, so quite a bit easier to get. But it's actually possible to have that team within the first week of playing. Though realistically, it probably takes a month of playing. But it's definitely one of those like really, really first teams you want to get built. Urskia Shield, Rowan, Leprechaun, Mirage Queen fully traded. Obviously, Leprechaun fully traded as well. It's just a really solid team that can use any hero class that you want, which is great for progressing through everything, because you could use it for factions, you could use it for pet battles, you could do it for dailies, you could do it for pretty much everything, except really specific restrictions like guild wars and you know, special events for the guild, because those always change constantly. But pretty much every piece of content that allows you to use anything, that Rowan team will work for. Even all the way up to Explore 12, it still works at the lower level range as well for quick kill. Does pretty much everything. It might not be the absolute best thing for everything, but it definitely does everything to a competent degree. Without using a single mythic. And technically 0 legends in a way. Because I don't consider faction legends as legends. They're basically like epics. Honestly, they might even be easier to get than epics. Like, trying to get a random epic from the gem key drop table is probably harder than getting a specific mythic from a faction drop table. I mean, a specific legend, I mean. Oh, there's our level. We're just gaining it now, wow. I felt like we should have gained it ages ago. Well, we got it now. The XP bar just moves so slow. It looks like 20 battles all look like the final level you need to level up. You haven't missed a daily login in 4 years, oh gosh. I can't remember the last time I even missed one. I feel like I have at some point. But I might not have. Because even on vacation, I still check it every single time. But yeah, I might be about the same amount of time. I don't think I've missed a daily login ever. Like in the history of ever. For the 6 years it's been out. I can't recall the single time we have. Well, I've had power go out within that time. Even the other week we had power go out for like an hour. But it's never been for like over 24 hours. Actually, that's not true. That one hurricane, I probably missed it. So there was some amount of time. I forget what the hurricane name was. The hurricane 3 years ago. I think I didn't get trippy down the entire time. Because I didn't have a phone then. And electricity was out during the hurricane, obviously. So yeah, there's that. There's definitely been at least some amount of time then. But yeah, I think that's been the only time I didn't take tribute then. I can't think of any other time. But yeah, that was like for a week during like 3 years ago. During one of the hurricanes. Yeah, the campaign Mythic's a lot of fun to use. That's like literally the most noteworthy thing about it, is it's actually fun. But most other things are just kind of slightly above average. But it is definitely fun to use. It's a really unique playstyle compared to a lot of stuff in the game, which is why it feels so fun. Because nothing plays exactly like it currently within the game. There's something somewhat similar, like Snowy Owl and such, but it's not the same. But yeah, resets in 5 hours, so hopefully they fix their issue soon. It'll take me 5 hours, 4 minutes. Oops. Oh yeah, it was Hurricane. Wait, was it Hurricane Florence? No, it was the hurricane before Hurricane Florence, I believe. Because I made the joke when Hurricane Florence hit that I was in Florence when Hurricane Florence was coming, and that was the year after. It was the hurricane before, the year before Hurricane Florence, I'm pretty sure. Whatever that one was called. Because there's an area near me called Florence, and we drove through it when we were getting away from Hurricane Florence. And it would have been the hurricane the year prior. With more magic coming into this game, Thrall. Thrall's already the best mana generator. The main reason why Leprechaun is normally used is because it has Empower, whereas Thrall doesn't. So if you're doing a super quick win, Leprechaun's better. But if you're doing a more elongated battle, Thrall's better. There's also a few other similar troops that are kind of like Thrall, like Angry Mob and Marilith and a few others that are situationally used instead of it. Yeah, it might have been Hurricane Matthew. I completely forget what it was called. What are the 3 best classes? In the current state of the game, it's probably Titan, Archmagus, and... the third one's really hard to choose. Because there's actually a lot of them that are still pretty decent. But it's probably Titan, Archmagus, and... I don't want to say Slayer. Slayer's really good for this team, but outside the context of this team, it's used for almost nothing. I almost want to say Frost Mage, just because it's the best freezer. It's really hard to pick a third. But honestly, I almost feel like Archmagus is better than Titan in the current state of the game. Frost Mage is really high up there. You don't tend to use it offensively, though. The problem is it's somewhat hard to say best 3 because they're used for so many different things. Titan's the best because it's the best all-around. Archmagus is the best because it's the best caster. Frost Mage is the best because of freeze. But then there's other things, like Slayer class is the best because of how good it is with Zugoff. The synergy with Zugoff is absolutely insane. Monk has a lot of situations where it's actually still decent. Though it has a slow start, but a really high win rate. It's great for Guild War Defend as well, similar to Frost Mage. There's a lot of hero classes that are still used to some capacity for their utility purposes. Frost Mage, I would say, is better to get than Monk. Because Monk gains a lot of its value from its traits, whereas Frost Mage gains its value from... well, I guess it gains it from traits too. Never mind, they both kind of gain a lot of their value from traits, don't they? Because Frost Mage's main value is obviously its very final trait. Archmagus' main value is half mana start engine plus 3 purple, 2 of which are actually on a trait. So yeah, I guess a lot of them have good traits. Obviously, Orb Weaver is used almost entirely for its traits because of the summon. And what's nice about the traits is you don't have to have them leveled at all to be able to use them. Obviously, it'd still be beneficial. Like, for example, with Orb Weaver, you definitely want to have at least level 40 to have Stealthy, because it's pretty important to have Stealthy. I facepalm internally every single time I see someone run Orb Weaver without Stealthy. Yeah, Sentinel is the tankiest hero class in the entire game. It's like Monk, but even slower, but even tankier. Monk does have the highest amount of immunes in the entire game, though, of any hero class. A Sentinel is the absolute tankiest. And some of his tankiness applies to a couple of your teammates as well, instead of just itself. Not only is itself the tankiest thing, but it also gives your team some more durability. Because it randomly shields them off a % chance. The red just went down to 6 and then went right back up to 15. That's funny. It was like at 13 and it went to 6 and it went to 15. So why am I saving the one thing that needs to make sure I definitely 100% dies for last? Should have been the first thing dead. Yeah, never mind. I forgot. All your drops are useless. All its drops are useless. But anyways, does anyone else have any other questions? Otherwise, after this next chest, we'll probably call it a wrap for the night. Keep in mind, tomorrow's stream, we'll still be doing our normal 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time stream, which is 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. But we will also be doing a noon stream, which will mostly be going over raids. We also get a new weapon, a Zol Carry weapon. I don't think the Zol Carry weapon is going to be too useful initially, but it's still worth getting, obviously. Oh, come on. We're 1 shard short of a chest. Well, let's go get that chest. That's the worst. 1 singular shard away. Oh. I hate when the greens don't do anything useful. It's such a bad board to explode off of. At least it's not as bad as that one time when we literally had 0 greens on the starting board. And I cast Leprechaun and was like, wait, what? I think we've only seen that once, ever. But it is technically possible you get a starting board that has 0 of a gem on it. It is exceedingly ridiculously ultra rare. Because you'd basically have to get 64 rolls that all have like a 1 in 7 chance of being green to not be green. Well, technically it's not exactly 1 in 7 because the skulls are slightly less common. But, yeah, it's ridiculously rare. Even if you took it based on 64 1 in 6s, which is technically a slightly lower chance than that. But even if you took it based on that, the chance of it not occurring is so absurdly low. Especially specifically green. Like, it's not even just like any one color not happening. It has to specifically be green with 0. Is Hacking Iron Gut still S tier? Yes. Well, you're not going to see him offensively. I mean, you're not going to see him defensively. He's used entirely offensively for Delve. You're never going to see a defend team that uses him. Because he's not meant to be used as a defend troop. Because all he has to be is being tangled. And he becomes useless. Hey, we got an Anu. Still a little dry on that Nisha, though. But we got an Anu. That's a great chest to end on. Let's go grab our tribute. See why on earth our mail's blinking. Oh, yeah, level up reward, duh. I just didn't grab it earlier. And there we go. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. We'll be back tomorrow, as I mentioned, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. We'll also be around noon to go do raids for about an hour or two and mess around with some other stuff. Probably mess with the weapon, maybe grind a little bit more. But, yeah, we'll be around noon to go do raids. Anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful week and a weekend. And I'll catch you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone, and thank you for watching.